Terry Fox. We're going deep, all things Terry Fox in this episode. One day your way. All right, Terry, Canadian hero. Let's do this for you, buddy. Here we go. GoPro strapped to my chest. You're gonna hear some excess noise because I'm jogging. And you're jogging with me. I've yet to take a jog. This camera's gonna be very up and down. We're gonna talk about Terry Fox, what happened, whole story behind it, and we're gonna keep jogging. I got a pain in my left leg, but let's see how far we can make it. I'm going all around Canada here. Terry Fox Day. You might hear a knocking in there. It's by the camera hitting against my chest or other things. Didn't even bring water, so I'm going freehand here. Didn't even bring water. You're seeing what I'm seeing, but you're about 6 inches under my chin, maybe more. I'm about 5'3". Terry Fox was only 5'2" as well. He was the same size as me. Maybe he was 5'4", I don't know. Said 5 feet last I read. That bus says Terry Fox, the 88. And she's waving at me. Because that bus just came from Terry Fox, the road he ran down in 1980. Terry was born in July 1958, 30 years to the month before me. I'm 33 now. That's right, Terry started the Marathon of Hope, and he said, for cancer research, be it successful or not, on his one amputee, on his one good leg, which was his right leg, and his left, which was now a prosthetic, he would start all the way up in Newfoundland, dipping his right leg into the water and make it all the way to Vancouver, BC, stopping only to go to the bathroom, eat, and sleep. Here we are now, Terry Fox Road in Canada, and basically he jogged down here just like I'm gonna do right now. This is Terry Fox Road here in Ottawa. He jogged down here, and as I mentioned in one of my previous videos, my mother and grandmother came down in 1980 to watch him do this. They watched him pass by right on this road up here. And we're gonna run all the way down to the turn, all the way down Terry Fox. That's what you're seeing here. Terry Fox Road. We're running a whole marathon today, and you're with me. The camera's gonna be very shaky. This is on my chest. Keep in mind, you're jogging. It's not gonna be level because you're jogging. It's gonna be a lot of up and down. Show you how far Mr. Thrasha can run. All for Terry. We're doing it for Terry. And, you know, diabetes as well, but very much for Terry. I'm gonna try to get across the road here. Watch me try to not get killed as this guy drives as slow as a snail. Terry Fox Dental. Terry Fox Dental. If I was gonna own a dental office, why not have it right on Terry Fox Road and call it Terry Fox Dental? I'm hoping this footage is steady. We're running down Terry Fox Road. I could get back over now to the right side. Took me a while to get over to this side. This is like the busiest road in all of Ottawa. This connects Stittsville to Canada to downtown. It's just crazy. Oh, made it. Whew. People are getting ready to vote. So here we go, running down Terry Fox Drive, unedited, just like Terry did himself. Excuse the shakiness or any other sounds going on here. I'm gonna switch over to the tripod as well eventually, because this is gonna be one huge run. It was said that Terry Fox actually ran the equivalent to a marathon every day he ran on his cross-country tour. There's another Terry Fox bus right there. Continuing on our journey up Terry Fox Drive now. Hey, a piggy bank. I got the go-ahead, I'm going. It's a very busy thoroughfare. Well, they don't have those Terry Fox posters up over here. Once again, excuse the shakiness. You're on my chest. We're jogging here. It's not gonna be steady. When I switch over to the tripod, there's other points of the tale I'm gonna tell, which will be easier to do with a tripod. When he was dying on his deathbed, he said, "If I don't make it, continue the marathon of hope." From the words of Terry Fox, the marathon of hope must continue. We're continuing, Terry, we're continuing. I just felt like running. These shoes carry me. These shoes carry me through Las Vegas, Calgary, New York, Florida. I'm taking them everywhere. I even stepped in some dog poo in Toronto the month I got them. That was like 2 years ago. Jogged all the way down this road. Then he would have branched off that way past Stittsville on his way to Toronto. Now, just to put that in perspective, if he jogged from here in Ottawa all the way to down there, down that road, leads you down to Toronto, it takes about 4.5 hours minimum by car to go to Toronto. By the time he had to give up the jog, he had made it all the way to Thunder Bay and jogged well over 3,300 miles. That's what, 6,000 or 7,000 plus kilometers? Crazy. So he went down there. Right there. See another Terry Fox sign. He jogged down there on his way out to Toronto. You think he stopped here at his own shopping center? The Terry Fox Shopping Center? Maybe to get a mattress or something at Max? For Terry. The marathon of hope must continue. Must. Many people don't know that, especially maybe if you're from the States, you don't know the whole Terry Fox story. One of his legs were amputated before the run. He had to run like this. He had to run off one leg and kind of do a gallop. So he was running like this for thousands among thousands of miles, all the way up highways like this. That's a tough ordeal. Running on one leg like that. That whole time. There's a movie you can watch all about it, the Terry Fox movie. Used to watch it as a kid. Terry Fox was news, he was on the news more in 1980 and 81 than anybody. A true Canadian hero. We continue our marathon Terry Fox run throughout Canada. I do have to stop at a bank up here. Keep in mind, he did stop to eat and stuff. I believe there's a clip in the movie where the guy, there's a big puddle of crap because he had someone with him that was supposed to get the meals, do the driving, and clean up his crap was the agreement. So there's a part in the movie where the guy finds a pile of shit and he goes, "What the heck is this?" And Terry says, Aren't I supposed to just be running and you'll clean up all the crap? Back running, stop at the bank, and I had to strap this device that was on my chest around my waist because there's no point in carrying it. I want to be just one hand on the tripod here. Goatee's a little messed up now. We'll put a mask on in the bank. Continuing our marathon. So Terry Fox, he jogged on, even though news reporters really upset him with all the hard work he was putting forth by saying, oh, he only really jogged this many miles, while the other whatever X amount of miles he actually had a drive for. As long as my leg holds up, I got more stamina than you could shake a stick at. I've jogged across the desert in Las Vegas. I've jogged just about everywhere I've traveled to at some point. However, diabetes tends to take a hold. I'm doing this not only for Terry to get a good result on my next bit of blood work before I go back to my endocrinologist. See how the diabetes is doing. Look at this thing. He's cheering me on. This thing's cheering me on over here at this chip shack. Over here at Pat's. This guy says, keep it going. Keep going, you can do it. I don't know where I'm running now, I'm just running on. Running on empty. Anytime I am running long distance, which reminds me of Forrest Gump. Now, Terry, Forrest Gump was he had such an advantage, considering he appeared to be in the best shape a person could possibly be in. Straight as an arrow after them leg braces. He would run like the wind blows. Look, a bench. Forrest Gump? Unfortunately, during his jog, by the time he hit Thunder Bay, on his way back up from Toronto, which is a long, long trek, one of the longest Canadian treks you can do, his cancer had spread to the lungs. Friggin' osteocarcinoma spread to his lungs, and he was forced to give up the run, with many effects due to how much he ran each day, which didn't turn out to help. It just made his cancer worse. What if I could make it happen? What if I decided I wanted to do a 1-month special where I started at an Easter Point, like where he started, up in Newfoundland, which is high up in Canada. Not many people go up there. Way north from where I am here in the east in Ottawa. If I would start up there and go all the way out to BC, would you support me? And if I ran and I put all the proceeds to diabetes, or even Terry Fox's cause, he tried to champion the cause. He wanted to find a cure for his and others' cancer. Upon being in the hospital and being diagnosed, he was constantly thwarted with depression. But something in him said, I have to beat this, I have to do something, I have to champion the cause. And that's what he did by running right across this great country. Pretty wild that Terry ran the equivalent of a marathon every time he went out on that tour. If you do get a chance, watch the Terry Fox movie. It's so worth watching. I am close to, like, I just jogged down Terry Fox Drive, which is nowhere close to downtown Ottawa. The official downtown Ottawa is way the other direction. And there is a statue there of Terry Fox, as you will also find where he began in Newfoundland, and one in Vancouver, which is where he lived and passed, where he decided to start this run. That was in Vancouver, where he was living at the time. Born in Winnipeg, his family had moved to Vancouver in '66, I believe. Might get some wind action So we're avoiding the rain though, that's good. I'm still running against the wind. Love Bob Seger. I'm older now, but still running against the wind. Oh, whew. We're going far today. Truly living the thrashing D-life. D-life. Diabetic's life. Sorry, I should really have the date known, but it's just such a sad point in the story that he didn't get to finish. And that he did champion the cause so well. He got the whole nation believing, and that's awesome. I mean, you would not think he's the only guy who's lost a leg and decide, you know what, I'm not gonna let that stop me. I'm gonna run right across Canada. And even if he had said initially, I'm only gonna run from Newfoundland and I'm gonna run all the way down Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto, all the way out to where he stopped and the cancer returned. That was Thunder Bay. So he basically was forced to give up when it had spread to his lungs. Doing your Terry Fox run? All right, you head that way. You got over there covered. I'll cover it down here. Running for Terry. His undying words. The marathon of hope must continue. If I don't make it. And if I don't make it in my life, you keep going yourself. We could all use a little more hope. Think of it right now. Let's run through the forest a little bit. My leg's feeling pretty good. Got the blood flowing. We're gonna take a jog through this forest. Oh, a little wet in here. Wonder if Terry ran through any forests. Do you know, did he? I have to watch the movie again. Would have been good. Oh, there's another squirrel. Watch the movie right before doing this to get every single fact, because I like to be thorough. I like to be correct. Don't want to throw out info that isn't actually true. We're in a forest. Yeah, I don't think there was too many forests on his route. Here we go. We're just running and running. Exiting this forest now. Good timing on the pulling out. So I could still pass by without stopping. One thing about jogging, you can use this video for all kinds of things. Jogging, breathing's very important. I'm talking a lot because I'm telling a story in a way here. And that's, you're not supposed to do that because it overworks your lungs, but proper breathing, it's like that. It's a nice residential neighborhood here. A lot of really interesting homes we can take a look at. So we're running our marathon for Terry Fox. Big time inspiration. How you doing, squirrel? Enjoying Terry Fox Day? How are y'all doing? You still with me? Now we're taking it over grass. Hey, how you doing? Oh, we've taken it all the way to the other end of town. Terry Fox run. Still will have to go all the way back. All right, made it all the way to the other side of Eagleston here. I've jogged so far, losing some sun, sweating out of every pore. Starting to get numb in the thighs. I'm sure Terry's thigh was getting pretty numb as well. I get a shot of that squirrel. Oh man, made it back here. My legs are going numb. It's gonna be kind of a miracle if I make it home and don't keel over first. Oh, could have low blood sugar at this point, who knows? Oh, the election signs are out. Where's all the Terry Fox signs? Jog for Terry. Come on, I wish that statue was here, but it's across from the Parliament buildings in downtown Ottawa. One day I will cover Parliament for you folks not from Canada. We are the capital of Canada here in Ottawa. It's got an apple. He's staying healthy. Sounds of planes, lawnmowers, and construction. That's about the sound, and traffic. Oh, it's a squirrel running across the road there. The Marathon of Hope. That's what we're doing right here. It's our Marathon of Hope. You jogging with me. You jogging, we're going far. I wonder what I'm hitting in the equivalent of what he did each day. If he ran the equivalent to a marathon every day. As far as I've gone here, all around the perimeter of Canada, with the exception of Canada North, a lot of great Canadian heroes. Not so many, in my opinion, as there are in, say, the US, as far as actors, musicians, and Terry Fox, Terrence Fox from Winnipeg. Him and Chris Jericho, it'd be Chris Irvine, would be the two biggest Canadians from the Winnipeg area, in my opinion. There's some good hockey players come from there too, but all right, working back. There's no doubt I'm gonna make it through this. I've nearly come full circle from where we started. Let's hope to God this footage is good. I've literally sacrificed not only my time, my own health. I guess as much as running can help you. It's like in Terry's case when you already have a system working overtime. And it was that chemo too. That chemo really took it out of him. He was anything but 100% when he did his run across Canada. An inspiration, to say the least. Thinking about closing it out now. We've gone as far as we can go. Probably hitting the low blood sugar range now. Thanks for joining in. Terry Fox, the Marathon of Hope continues. That's a cause you can donate to. He's championed that even through his death. See here, you can see Terry running down there with his buddy behind him. Yeah. It ended in Thunder Bay when the cancer had gotten too bad, unfortunately. And I love this picture though. Going along with his buddy, helped taking care of him. Died at his home in Port Coquitlam, BC. No failure in any of this, even though he didn't make it across. Nobody looked at that as any type of failure. How could you? He was appointed a Companion of the Order of Canada. That's Canada's highest civilian honor. Graced with humanitarian awards. There's postage stamps, schools, even a mountain named after him. And his HBO movie, of course. And the annual run happens every year. Bringing it full circle to where we began today. It's June 28th, 1981, when Terry Fox passed due to his cancer. It's rampant, wasn't letting up. We did our run for him, one day our way. Say hi to Gemma quick. Remember to like and subscribe. We love you, Terry. True Canadian legend. Really sad to me to think that type of fate would happen to such a young man with such promise and a humanitarian. History. His history.